to the rear. We're gonna lift up the chassis. And we are going to bring it on in. I am actually missing one of these clip jacks. The company never sent me all of them, so we're just gonna leave one of them off. Now I'm gonna take all these off here. Get all these washers. I am missing some for some reason. A plastic top. I have to try to locate that. Feeling a little anxious today. One, two, three, four, five. I got four. I don't know where my fifth. I don't know where my fifth cap went. I might not even use these caps, to be honest with you. I may not. You guys can. I think I'm gonna use washers. So I'm gonna put these in here, facing that way. I personally am going to take one of the pot nuts and put it on there because I like the metal looking better. I'm going to put that in, twist it. I'm using the washers, the metal washers that I had left over from the pot nuts. Now again, I kind of messed up a little bit. This was a prototype chassis. So my holes weren't perfectly aligned. I definitely have it fixed now, but I didn't have it fixed then. And again, prototypes are a little different. It's what we learn. I'm not going to put that one in yet because I don't have it. I'm missing one. So install all 6 jacks. I don't have the 6th one. I do believe this is a 12 millimeter. So I'm going to turn it back this way so that you can see me hold the pots. Just going to hold the pot and then I'm going to tighten it. it stays nice and square. I am not Loctiting these ones. There's no need. They'll lock pretty tight and they will not come off. And if you ever did have to take these off, you don't want to ruin them. Wow. I may have to get a pair of pliers on this. Wherever they can be here. And now you should have all 6. I only have 5. But you guys should have all 6. I'll end that for the installation of the output jacks. All right, so now we're gonna add our bias jacks. We're gonna take this. I have another one somewhere. Sorry. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put my ultra linear switch on. I have to remove all these Phillips head screws. Out of here. This is going to be my ultra linear grid mode switch. And again, when we go to install this component, I will explain exactly what it does and why it does it and how it does it. Now again, this is a prototype. It's not exactly what I expected, because it is in left-handed and I'm using a couple different things going on here. So I forgot some stuff on my chassis that when I'm taking notes right now, after this video is over, I go over in Lightburn and I correct my issues. I fix what I need to fix. I'll remove this. I'm actually going to put this in this first hole here. I'm going to tighten this down. I'm going to leave it there. We're going to tighten this the same way we tighten the other one. Now watch. I'm going to get my pliers and grab a hold of this round nut. And then I'm going to push down without scratching the plastic on the pliers. I'm going to rotate this. See, so I can just do this right now. I'm just tightening it. I'm going to tighten it until it stops right there. And that's where I want it to live. That's tight. Make sure that it switches from one to the other. All right. There. That is actually installed. I'm going to take this bias pot. put it in here. Now, I want to take a little bit super glue. Put a drop on here. There we go. Put this pot in, the terminals facing down towards the chassis. Put a nut on. Get her 1/2 inch. Tighten it down and look at it. I like it. Get our next one. Put a little glue, some Loctite super glue, put it in this hole up here, grab your nut, put it on it, tighten it down. Okay. Let's look this up. I'm going to take this tab, this ground tab, which is the center, and that is going to go down towards the chassis side. On the back side, it's solid. So it's going to look like this. We're going to take a number 6 by 1/2 inch bolt, put it in the hole. Thread it in. Take another 6 by 1/2 inch bolt. Thread it in. There we go. Now, dump in our super glue. Let's try to focus that. Now we're going to take a little bit of super glue and drip that super glue on that bolt. You're going to put a number 8 washer on. You're going to take a nut, number 6 nut. You spin that on. That's not the right one. I don't know which one. That's kind of stupid to me. It's not be ready. Put the super glue. Put that on the ratchet. Gotta find the extension. I need to find my extension. I'm going to take a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to hold it on the back side of this nut so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to tighten this. Bravo. I will take some more super glue and put it on top of this nut, the bolt. Just a drop. You do not want too much. If you get too much, you'll break the bolt off. If you ever had to take this apart. Put the lock washer on. Put your hand in there. Put that on. the screwdriver on the Phillips head part and tighten this. And you're done. 2 more pieces here. Fuse holders. All parts will be in the bill of materials to order. This is what comes in the packet. We're going to have a washer, a rubber or plastic washer. We're going to put that on. We're going to have a nut. We're going to actually pull this out, and these are 30 millimeters, I think. So we're going to put this in the hole, put this on, and we're going to tighten this down. Now, I should Loctite these, but I am not going to, because if you ever have to remove them, they will ruin. And you don't really want it to ruin. So I'm going to want this tab here on the bottom. I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to tighten that nut. And once I feel it tight, then I can start rotating. Then I can start rotating this to its final resting place. Now it is plastic, so you don't want to over tighten it. I feel it's kind of tight. So what I'm going to do is grab this and tighten a little bit more. And then I'm going to start letting it rotate itself around so that it's straight up and down. We're going to set that cap to the side because we'll be using another one. Grab the other fuse holder. We will put our rubber washer on. Put this in the hole. Like that. Put the nut on. The same procedure as the last time. We're going to bend this out so we can see where it goes. And we are going to start tightening that nut again. Now, if it starts to turn too much, what you can do is find another pair of pliers and grab a hold of the back side of it so it doesn't turn. So you can get it, so you can lock it down. And then once it starts turning like that, then you can line it up and you're good to go. Turn it back here. Pull this away. Let's see if I can find a fuse. These are 30 millimeter fuses. This is a slow blow. It's good to read on it. This one is a 5 amp. This one is a 6.25 amp. This is the first one I'm going to use. It's a 6.25 amp. It's the one I want to use. I'm going to put it right here in the 6. Push it in. See that? So it pushes in, locks in, turn it, locks. Now I'm looking for a 1 amp or a 2 amp. Here is a 1 amp. And it will say on these fuses when you read, you can't really see so well. maybe I can get it to focus here. On there. It's not allowing me to. But take my word for it. There is tiny writing right here. I wish you could see it, but you can't. Stupid ass. It says 1 amp. So it'll have a rating like 250 volts. Then this specific one says 1 amp. You put it in the fuse holder. Put it in here. This says 2 amp, but I'm using a 1 amp here. I don't know where my 2 amps are at the moment. I just looked in there and I can't seem to find the 2 amp. I don't know where. 6.25. 6.25. 6.25. So I don't know where, I really honestly do not know where my 2 amp fuses went. I bought a bunch of 2 amps. One amps. This one is a 1 amp. 6.25 amp. 6.25. Looks like we're lucking out. .25 and the last one 6.25. So I do not know where my 1 amps, but that would, anyway, regardless, it would complete the rear installation minus the one cliff jack that we have gone missing from the order. I did contact the company yesterday. Let's put this down. Show you what's going on here. Now, my amplifier is going to be a little different because I put the switch here because I had nowhere else to put it. I've already fixed it because I forgot to put the switch on here. I forgot I was going to be doing the ultra grid mode switch. So anyway, it should look like this. We should have our IEC. We should have a 6 amp, a 6 amp fuse or 6.25, a 2 amp. I have a 1 in there right now. I will find the correct fuse to put back in there. It doesn't really matter. If I put a 1 in there, I think it'll be fine. We're not going to be using that much draw. We have our bias number 2, our bias number 1. We have our ultra linear switch. And then we have 6 jacks, which I don't have the 6th one. Again, it's missing. So that will be it for the rear, and we'll start working on the top of the chassis next.